everybody. Lovely to be here. I want to thank everybody for joining me on my first show here on A1 Radio and Moonstruck TV. I'm calling you, or I'm with you now from Melbourne, Australia. I'm sitting here in my room. It's about 10 degrees Celsius, which for you folks in the USA is about 50 degrees Fahrenheit. And so I'm in a suburb called Mill Park, and I want to thank you all for joining me today. I want to thank Constance Solomon for inviting me on the show, and I want to thank Dave for his help. And I'd like to say a little shout out. My daughter-in-law Kyla lives with me. She's from LA, and they all now live up in just outside Portland in Oregon. So I want to say hello to Kim and Randall. All right, so this is our first show. It's going to be a couple of minutes, I'm told, before we get a caller in. My website is psychicconversationsaustralia.com.au. You can email me on psychicconversations777 @gmail.com. Right, I've got all that right. So thank you for joining me. I am a tarot reader and also a qualified psychic counsellor. I am certified in Reiki healing, feng shui, some other things too. I can't think off the top of my head. I have been an active platform demonstrator for a spiritual church here in Melbourne, where I get up on platform and demonstrate and do some medium work for people. I specialised in flower reading, and flower reading is where everybody in the service will pop a flower from their garden and put it in a paper bag and leave it at the door when they come into church, so I don't know whose flower and bag is whose. And then we draw them out and I do a reading from the flower. And this is very interesting for people, and it seems to work really, really well. So I have been in the field now for about 40 years. And so I've worked in the church. I have been in 3 psychic circles. Your circles where you go and you meditate and you go into a trance and you bring forth some spiritual messages. I've been taught in also a telemetry, which is reading jewelry. Thank you very much. So I think maybe we're ready for a caller, are we, Dave? Is that what you're telling me? Great. So we've got Brandy in Ocean City, Maryland, USA, of course. So hello, Brandy. Welcome to my first show. Thank you for joining me, and how can I help you today?
I was wondering about my relationship.
Relationships?
Yes.
With someone in particular? You mean your important relationship?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm in a committed relationship.
So you're a bit concerned about how it's going? What in particular are you wanting to look at?
I was wondering if he is being faithful to me, and if he really wants to be in a relationship.
Oh, I see. So you're concerned about his commitment. I'm assuming he is, I don't know if it's him or her, about the commitment of this person. That's what you're asking about?
Yes.
And whether it's going to be a long-term thing, or if you could trust that his heart or her heart is in this situation. All right, so I'll just draw a card for you now, and let's have a look to see what we get for you. I'm going to have this one. All right, so Brandy, I'm using the Mythic cards today. We've got the Tower card for you. So in regards to a relationship, I'm not seeing that it is a solid, reliable relationship for you. The Tower, the card, can sometimes mean that we're a little surprised about what's happening. Perhaps even, it's, I'll just get another one for you too, but it's a big surprise for you. And then we're getting the Hermit. Now the Hermit is the card of retreating to yourself, of being alone. So in regard, you're asking me if the relationship is on a solid path and moving forward positively. It does indicate to us that that there could be a little bit of surprise for you, and maybe it's not quite what you're wanting. But I'm also hearing for you that there's light at the end of the tunnel. So there may be a couple of hiccups in this relationship for you, but it's also a learning growth. You're going to learn a bit about yourself, and it's going to clarify a few things for you. You're going to understand a bit better what it is you want from the relationship and what it is you want in that significant other person.
Yes.
So how long has the spirit relationship been going for, Brandy?
A year.
A year?
Almost exactly a year.
Right, okay. So you're asking about whether or not this is a relationship that will flower into a permanent situation. That's what you're asking me, if there's a lovely question at the end of the year or something. That's what you're asking about.
Yes.
Yes. It does. The cards don't seem to indicate that for us. There's no reason why it won't continue. It's just that it might be a little bumpy. What I'm hearing actually is that it may be time for you both to sit down and have quite a frank conversation to really sort out what's what. You're asking at this stage in the relationship how it's going and where it's going, which seems to indicate that maybe we do need to sit down and just have a general chat. Are you been together for a while? That would indicate that, that there would be some serious commitment coming up. We would expect that. It's obviously not just some simple little fling. So, it may be time to both sit down, with pad and pencil, both of you, and, have a real nuts and bolts discussion about it. And that way things can become very clear for you, to help you.
Yes.
Yes, okay. Do you find it easy to talk things with him, or do you find that perhaps you do?
Sometimes I do, and sometimes it's very difficult.
Yeah.
Or more times it's difficult on a relationship-wise, but like anything else besides our relationship is easy. But when it comes to our relationship, it's very hard.
Okay. All right. Now, I'm also hearing the words perhaps you're having a little bit of difficulty with trusting his intentions. Perhaps would I be right in thinking that maybe you're just a little bit wary of broaching the subject because maybe you're scared you'll chase him away?
Well, I mean, he has, talked to other people, other women, and I've caught him on that, so he has broken my trust. But I'm trying to trust him again, but I'm not sure if he's telling me he's not doing anything anymore, he's not talking to other people, and it's just hard for me to believe him. I mean...
Right, let me just grab another card for you. Let's see what else we can see is going on here. All right, so we've drawn the Magician for you. Now, the Magician is the card. All right, so there's 2 minutes left in our show. So the Magician in our card is telling us that you have the ability to make things happen the way you want, but you're going to, as I suggested, need to sit down with him and have that conversation just so that you know for yourself where you're going, and then if it's not going the way you want, at least you know where you are, which is better than not knowing.
Correct.
All right, so I hope that's helped you a bit.
Yes, it has. Thank you so much.
That's all right. And so the Magician says that you have the ability to make things happen in your life. You just need to really believe in yourself and stand up for yourself.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Brandy.
Thank you.
Okay, bye-bye. Good luck.
Bye-bye.
All right, everybody. Looks like we're getting towards the end of the show. That was so quick. Please check on my website, psychicconversations.com.au. You can book me. It tells you a bit more about me. I do some postings. I have a Facebook page, of course, on Psychic Conversations. I also have a personal page. Please check that out as well. It's been so great. I've really enjoyed it. I'm using the Mythic Tarots, and next week I might use the Angel Tarots. But thank you for having me on. What else can I say? A special call out to everybody. Thank you. I hope during this time with COVID, I hope our country and your country is getting closer towards the end where we can get back to normal lives. Be kind with each other. Try to have patience with each other. It's a hard time for everybody. Thank you all. The best of health to you. And try to do something that'll make you happy today. If you're happy, you'll make other people happy. So thank you very much. And all the best to you now.